KIMT News 3, Iowa, Minnesota, together. This is KIMT News 3 at 6.
Imagine being taken out of your vehicle at gunpoint by police only to find out that law enforcement believes you're a suspect in a crime you didn't commit. That happened to one man today. We'll learn more of his story in a moment.
First tonight, a developing story between Mason City and Clear Lake. Authorities, including the State Patrol, were on a chase after a vehicle did not stop on Highway 122. This happened just minutes ago. This chase has now come to an end. We do have a reporter on that scene, and we'll have updates later on tonight. Also tonight, police have found the real suspect in an Iowa bank robbery that happened on Tuesday. And Tyrone Wilson of Postville was caught in Rock Island, Illinois. Police believe he robbed a bank in Calmer on Tuesday. He was taken into custody without any issues. But before he was caught, police had asked for help from the public in finding the suspect, and they were called to investigate a man in Rochester. KIMT News 3's Dee Dee Steepen was there as police figured out it was actually a case of mistaken identity. And she joins us live in Rochester tonight with the story.
Well, that's right. Police responded to this parking lot here in North Rochester a little after 1 o'clock this afternoon because someone called in a tip that they might have seen Wilson here in the parking lot. Now, police did locate the man and the vehicle he was in and made a felony stop, which means guns were drawn and the man was cuffed. But as you mentioned, this was a case of mistaken identity and he was not Wilson. However, the man did say even he thought that he resembled Wilson when he saw his picture on the news.
We're able to ascertain that they were in fact not the suspect. However, they did bear a striking resemblance, so the tip that the citizen gave us was solid and worth investigating.
Now, police say although this was a false alarm, the tipster did the right thing in this situation. Matt, they say it's better to just be safe and call than to be sorry.
All right, good advice. Thank you, Dee Dee. We'll hear from witnesses to all this tonight at 10.
A 19-year-old Chickasaw County woman is being charged for her part in an accident back in March. Jessica Zian Cox was arrested and charged with OWI and 2 counts of serious injury by vehicle. On March 10th, Zian Cox was driving a car on 180th Street when the vehicle went into the ditch. There were 3 passengers in that car. 2 were injured that day. Zian Cox is in the Chickasaw County Jail on a cash bond only. Her hearing is set for May 21st.
A southern Minnesota business is in trouble with the law after failing an alcohol compliance check again. 30 out of 32 businesses passed those checks when the Olmsted County Sheriff's Office conducted them recently. One of the 2 that allowed the sale of alcohol to a minor was Jeff's Little Store. We've reached out to the owner in this case. This was the 5th violation in the past 4 years. The clerks who sold the alcohol to minors could face criminal charges.
Studies have shown that 1 in 5 women have reported being sexually assaulted. That figure is most likely on the low side. And when you look at how many assaults are reported on college campuses across the country, those numbers have nearly doubled over a 5-year period. Pretty concerning. KIMT News 3's Darren Rennie has more from Albert Lee on what this means.
It's a crime those here at Riverland hope never happens on one of their campuses, so they're working to help stop it. The number of sexual assaults being reported across the country is growing. In 2009, just over 3,300 cases were reported to the Education Department. 5 years later, that number was more than 6,000. Advocates say part of the reason the numbers are up is because of increased awareness and efforts by colleges.
Having the availability of medical resources, counseling, and also training, education on bystander awareness, that they're reporting these crimes, that they're coming forward, that they're not just allowing something to happen in front of them.
She says Riverland is one of the colleges trying to step up to learn more about sexual assaults and what resources they can provide. In Albert Lee, Darren Rennie, KIMT News 3.
Well, starting this week, area firefighters are being trained not so much on fighting fires, but more the importance of physical fitness. KIMT News 3's Emily Boster joined in on a peer fitness trainer certification program to see how the crew is holding up.
I'm here at the Muse North Center at North Iowa Area Community College. Men and women from 15 different fire stations have been packing this room behind me, all to learn how to get a little bit more fit. And they're hoping to pass that word on to their crews back home in order to keep everybody in shape.
You guys look good.
These men and women are trading in their uniform this week for some casual fitness clothes.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been high energy the whole week, or the half of the week has been really intense.
The goal is for them to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle with new fitness techniques, doing classroom work, and working up a sweat, of course. Everyone attending is not only getting a workout, they're in charge of showing their fire crews back home what they've endured.
Well, we're hoping to take the information back to Mason City Fire Department, and if the guys are interested in what we can help them stay healthy or get more fit.
I think that helps build confidence in the public because they expect a level of service from these professionals.
Ian Crosby is a fire captain in Canada and the man in charge of instructing them. He's teaching a brand new curriculum, meaning Mason City is only the 4th site thus far to be taught it.
For firefighters, it's integrally important. We have high rates of injury. We have a lot of occupational illnesses like cancer and heart disease. So you can kind of stay off some of those things if you have a healthy immune system.
Woolner is hoping the public understands that ultimately they're doing this for them.
We are dedicated to serving them. We are, we want to be as healthy as we can so that we can serve as long as we can and serve at the highest level possible.
Besides learning how they can become more fit, it also becomes a great week of bonding between these men and women.
Around 30 firefighters attended today's training. This program began in 2002. As you can tell, they were indoors, but I don't think any of them would have minded if they did that outside today.
I know, it was great outside. I mean, Adam promised things would get a little better, so he fulfilled his promise, right?
Made good.
Yes, we'll check in with the meteorologist, Adam Frederick. He's hanging out in the Storm Team 3 Forecast Center for us tonight. Good job, Adam.
Oh, thank you, except for now I'm going to promise it's going to be kind of wet and cold across the area for tomorrow. Not exactly what a lot of people want to hear after a nice day like for today, but, we typically want to see those spring rain showers anyway, so we will be making up a little bit of some of that rainfall as it's been a little bit dry here the last couple of days at least. Let's take a look and see what's happening on our live eye in the sky in Charles City. Few high, thin cirrus clouds drifting through across North Iowa and southern Minnesota, and we will be seeing the clouds thickening up later for tonight, and those clouds will be bringing with them some rain showers into tomorrow morning. Storming through live site right now, Lake Mills at the school, 67 degrees, breezy though. Winds out of the southeast have been hovering 15 miles per hour or so, and looking at what we can expect across the area this evening, temperatures into the mid-60s generally. By 7 o'clock, mid to lower 60s, and by 8 o'clock, we'll be seeing temperatures more upper 50s and upper 50s for all of us by 9 o'clock this evening. But I'll talk more about just how cold it's going to be for tomorrow, as well as when we'll see that 70-degree temperature trend returning a little bit.
I like that better than the cold part you were talking about.
I can imagine a lot of other people will too.
I think you're right. Thank you, Adam. When you think the city of Chicago, you think skyscrapers, busy streets, millions of people.
Yeah, for sure. So you probably wouldn't think that a city that size would have much in common with a small North Iowa community. But that is where you are wrong. Don't make assumptions, right? KIMT News 3's Allie Krug is learning about an unlikely relationship between Chicago and Clear Lake.
Well, KIMT is taking to the skies, and we're going to the windy city of Chicago. It's one of the 2 destinations you can take out of the Mason City Municipal Airport, and today we're learning how this could mean big business for North Iowa. We are going up, up, and away with the Clear Lake Chamber of Commerce. First stop, Michigan Avenue. It's not quite like Main Street in Clear Lake, but it's where millions of tourists from across the globe come and visit and, of course, spend their money.
Very sharp. I'm impressed, actually.
Andre Dolan is the Vice President of Communications and Programs for the Chicagoland Chamber of Commerce. She says she's hosted a number of chamber meetings like this in the past, but none have been so impressive, and from such a small community.
They're up against some big tourism campaigns in the area, including Chicago's own Epic Chicago, and Michigan has Pure Michigan, and Denver's coming in town, so I love that Clear Lake has come here.
Getting to know them on a personal basis and really know a lot of the things that they are doing or facing are the same that we are here, and it's just really nice to have a friend that we can rely on and kind of work with.
And they're hoping to continue working with their Chicago connections down the road.
Our mayor, he's designated today as Clear Lake and Chicago Connected Cities Day.
We do have a lot of things in common, not only the airline, but also technology, companies like McKesson, also our lakes, our music, and just our quality of life. Lots of activities for people to do.
And now those similarities can be seen and shared through the connection of Air Choice One.
People know and love Iowa. There are many Iowans here in Chicago. I happen to be from Michigan, and I know that Iowans that are here have family back home and or they need a place to go. So that was a really smart move.
Get away from the city for a time and come to Clear Lake and just relax and enjoy it. Going to Chicago is very fun, but it's also very fun to come back and enjoy our way of life too.
And the best part about a trip like this is that it's easy to get from one destination to the other. So now it's your time to take a trip. Back in Mason City, Allie Krug, KIMT News 3.
While Allie was in Chicago, she also tried to see what tourists knew about North Iowa. This is pretty funny. You definitely want to watch this. Head over to KIMT.com to see folks tried their hand at answering some Iowa trivia. I guess they weren't very good at it, so I'm sure you'll laugh. Well, this year's legislative session is winding down in St. Paul, and there are plenty of people waiting to see what gets passed or shelved. That includes those of the Shell Rock River Watershed District. They're keeping their eyes on a $2.4 million in grants that would help continue their habitat restoration plan. It recently passed in the Senate and had already passed in the House. Now the bill heads to conference committee.
This really helps us tackle a lot of the other surrounding issues that can help with our water quality issues that we're trying to focus on. So it lets us sort of spread our wings to other projects outside our big projects.
And he says the bill will cover work on half a dozen lakes in the area, including Wedge Creek. Well, coming up, students are learning that there are a lot of jobs in the field of medicine besides just being a doctor or a nurse.
That's right. We'll have a look at a hospital career day coming up right after the break. And coming up tonight at 10, a young girl in our area asked her friends for some unique birthday gifts, donations to a local hospice. We'll find out why. In sports, the votes have been tallied and your voices have been heard. We'll reveal KIMT News 3's Male Athlete of the Year at 10.
You are watching KIMT News 3 at 6. Iowa, Minnesota together.
A local hospital is hosting a career day for students in hopes that they'll see there are a lot more healthcare positions available than just nurse or doctor. And the students were all ears during their career day at Mercy Medical Center, North Iowa. It's part of a partnership with NIAC Career Connections. Jobs discussed include pharmacists, flight paramedics, and a lot more. Students from around 5 schools attended.
The Destination Medical Center project will be changing Rochester, but it will also have an impact on what services are needed in the area. Those of Olmsted County are hearing from different people this morning in the community. They're talking about certain services they believe need to receive some more funding. Officials say the needs of the public have to be considered, especially now.
I think there are some growing needs as we have a growing community, and as we think about everything from housing to how it impacts our existing services, it's important for us to keep a pulse on what others are seeing because our community is changing rapidly.
They're hoping to have a budget all complete by the end of August.
We are going to be looking at seeing some cool weather across the region and a fairly rainy day ahead of us. I'll show you how long that's going to last coming up in your full Storm to forecast. Our storm through live site Grand Meadow at the middle school. 66 degrees of the current temperature. It has been a little bit breezy at times for today. Wind has dipped down a little bit right now, and we'll see the wind coming a little bit later for tonight as well. When we take a look and see what's happening outside on our live eye in the sky, taking a look over the lake, again, a little bit breezy, not too windy overall, but we will be seeing the breezy conditions continuing once again into tomorrow. Your weather almanac for the day shows the high temperatures that made their way into the mid to upper 60s, even a 70-degree temperature for Albert Lee. Overnight low temperatures generally into the lower 40s, with Rochester dropping a little bit farther into the mid to upper 30s at 37 degrees, but we will be seeing another cool day for tomorrow with rain-cooled air in the region. Now around the region, Albert Lee still at that high of 70, along with Clarion at 70 degrees. Many of us sitting still into the mid to upper 60s, so a fairly comfortable evening if you were to go head outside for tonight. Not a bad night made for a walk, bike ride, something else outdoors, but we will be seeing more rain for tomorrow, so better enjoy the outdoor time now, because tomorrow you're probably going to want to be indoors for a good portion of it. Across the upper Midwest, there is colder air to the north, but when we're talking about that colder air, it's not going to be coming from the north. Instead, it's going to be coming with that rain-cooled air to the south, with Dodge City at 56 degrees. Now, we had a nice sunny day across the area, but you can see those clouds starting to thicken up across the Midwest, and that's associated with this low pressure off to our south and west. As that tracks off to the north and east, it's going to be bringing with it a fair amount of that moisture, more cloud cover, and those rain showers returning here later on for tonight. Looking ahead at your skycast, we'll be seeing those increasing clouds with a few of those showers possible after midnight, but the best chance for those rain showers in our viewing area south and west will be towards 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then that rain is going to be spreading through the rest of our viewing area towards the noon hour and into the afternoon hours. We all are going to be seeing those light rain showers continuing by tomorrow evening when you're headed home from work or school. Still probably need to have the umbrella or raincoat handy before we see those rain showers coming to an end here later for tomorrow night. But still, you see 8 o'clock, a few of those showers around the region. They will be coming to an end from west to east. Looking at overnight details, 73 forecast becoming cloudy, showers returning late, those right around 50 degrees, southeast winds coming to 10 miles per hour. Then for tomorrow, we'll see light rain, breezy conditions. Highs are going to be hovering into the upper 50s. Definitely a little bit colder than today, about 10 degrees colder. Southeast winds about 13 to 19 miles per hour. The wind's not helping it feel any better either. Then tomorrow night, temperatures really not dropping too far. Showers ending, mostly cloudy skies, lows into the mid to lower 50s. Southerly winds becoming westerly, coming to 6 miles per hour. Looking at your 7-day weather forecast, mostly cloudy skies on Friday, temperatures mid to lower 70s, and then Saturday, just a few chances for rain showers, nothing overly gray at this point. We'll be seeing a chance for a little bit of rain early and late in the day. Temperatures into the upper 70s, should be fairly dry throughout a good portion of the day. Then Sunday, more scattered showers and thunderstorms, temperatures into the mid 70s before temperatures dip into next week, dropping down partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies. Overnight low temperatures not too bad, back in the mid to lower 40s. So get ready for some of that warmer weather to return, followed by a little bit cooler air once again.
All right. Thank you very much, Adam. We want to revisit our top story tonight of a chase between Clear Lake and Mason City. We have a look at a truck that was stopped by police tonight. This is just west of Mason City.
This is along Highway 122. As you can see, that truck does have some law enforcement vehicles around it. We are told that the Clear Lake Police Department is in charge of this investigation, and it was not a high-speed chase. So we will be looking into why this truck was stopped and have more details later tonight.
Sports is up next. Stay with us.
During his time at Austin, senior Nick Gassner has been really good at a lot of things, from catching passes to taking and making big shots, and now hitting balls way over the fence. Gassner further cementing an already great legacy. Ryan Shaver has more with our Student Athlete of the Week.
Whether it's playing in the outfield with a reckless abandon,
I see him sacrificing himself for the better of the team. He has made some excellent diving plays.
Or mowing down batters on the mound with younger brother Dylan as his catcher.
When things are going well, it's pretty smooth, but then when things get negative, we kind of go back and forth at each other.
For senior Nick Gassner, brotherly love and his love for the game go hand in hand. And the Packers love having these brothers playing for them.
For me, it's just kind of sit back, do a little bit of coaching that I need to, but pretty much trust them with what they need to do.
But what Nick does that separates him from other players in our area happens in the batter's box. On the season, Gassner's hitting above 300, and last week, that pretty swing led to 10 RBIs and 2 home runs in a 2-game stretch.
Every time I go up there, I'm trying to be confident, thinking I can beat this pitcher no matter what pitch he's throwing, no matter where it's at.
And that approach has led to performances that are helping the Packers play some of their best baseball in years.
It's just nice to hear people starting to talk about Austin baseball on a positive note now.
Changing the perception of a program is not a new concept to Nick. 2 years ago, he helped the Packers put an end to a 2-year winless streak on the gridiron. And on the court, a team that prior to 2013 hadn't been to state in 30 years took second place twice, thanks in part to Gassner.
It's just been nice to represent this city and just to be a part of all these winning teams that we've had and to see us develop the way we have.
Before he tanks his talents to Iowa Lakes, Gassner plans on leading the Packers to their first winning season since '06. If you know of someone that, that has a similar attitude, fill out this nomination form at KIMT.com. Don't forget, coming up tonight at 10, we're ready to unveil KIMT's Male Athlete of the Year. Close to 2,500 people went to the polls during the 4 days of voting, from state champs to Drake Relays champs, an impressive group of nominees. Your winners at 10. After 20 seasons in charge, Denny Gilbertson is stepping down as the head coach of the Waldorf softball team. During those 20 years, Gilbertson led the Warriors to 11 regular season conference titles and a third-place finish at the national tournament in 2000. Gilbertson wraps up his softball coaching career with a record of 738 wins and 275 losses. That's the 5th best winning percentage among NAIA coaches. Michelle Shutter is being tabbed as the interim coach of the Waldorf softball team while the school searches for his replacement. New day, same story surrounding the Twins. Last night, Detroit downed Minnesota once again, their 6th win in 7 games against the Twins this season. Just to put this dominance in perspective, Minnesota averaging more than 5 runs a game against teams not named the Tigers, but when they're playing the guys from Motown, that number drops to 2. Tonight's game just underway in Detroit. Ricky Nolasco gets the start for the Twins, hoping to bring down his ERA of 9. The matchups are out for next winter's ACC Big Ten Challenge for men's basketball. Both the Hawkeyes and Gophers have home games. Minnesota welcomes Clemson November 30th, while Iowa opens up Carver Hawkeye Arena for the Florida State Seminoles December 2nd. Way too early to be talking about basketball. You saw that one number for the Twins, Torrey Hunter, solo home run in the first inning. Better start than they had yesterday.
Torrey Hunter is just having a great month so far.
Reunion tour going well.
Absolutely. Thanks, AJ. We'll be right back.
after a warm day for today, we are going to be seeing more showers returning to the area for tomorrow, keeping those temperatures only in the upper 50s, but warmer weather towards the weekend. Unfortunately, more storms.
All right. Have a good night. See you back here at 10 o'clock.